Let's talk about Turkey. Truth be told, I've never had a desire to travel to Turkey. 2020 deemed it fate that I would visit this mysterious location, and I'm glad that I did. Why was it fate, you ask? Well, due to quarantine, Turkey was one of the handful of countries allowing entry to American tourists. I visited Turkey with my wife and a handful of friends. Our journey started from our home base in Dallas, Texas. Leg number 1 was a 9-hour flight to London. As bad as that sounds, I can't complain since we were treated to business class accommodations. After a short layover and a beer or two at the airport lounge, we boarded our next flight from London to Istanbul. 4 hours later, we landed in rainy Istanbul. It was already late into the evening, so we hopped into a cab, headed to the hotel, and got some rest. The next morning, we got up bright and early to grab yet another flight to the destination that we would be calling home for the next couple of days, Cappadocia. This flight was relatively short, lasting about an hour. We rented a car and drove from the airport towards Cappadocia, stopping for a quick pit stop to refuel on some delicious Turkish food. You have to try the Turkish tea, it's delicious. As we walked back to the rental, we experienced the call to prayer. This happens 5 times throughout the day, at dawn, noon, mid-afternoon, sunset, and nightfall. Cappadocia. It's pretty amazing. Mountainous peaks jutting from the earth, it really is a marvel to behold. Cave hotels are popular in the area, and I cannot say enough good things about the location we chose. Mevlana Cave Hotel was incredible. Ferdy was our host and he treated us well. He booked all of our excursions for the duration of our stay. His cat, Crazy Boy, was adorable too. After touring around the town, enjoying the sights and sounds, we settled atop a balcony and viewed the sunset with a bottle of fine Turkish wine. I think the picture speaks for itself. The next morning, the wine had hit me particularly hard, so I missed the first 2 excursions of the day. Once I was up and able, my wife and I had tea on the rooftop of our hotel and got ready for a night of Turkish dancing. While the food was nothing to brag about, the festive atmosphere and the local culture made up for it. It was amazing to see something that had been passed down for many generations. 5 a.m. With the sun still asleep, we were picked up at our hotel and taken to a nearby field where numerous balloons were prepared for their inevitable flight. We took off and it was magical. It's hard to put into words how incredible this ride was. There's nothing quite like a sunrise view from a hot air balloon. The rest of the day was spent packing up, saying our goodbyes, and making our way back to Istanbul. Sunrise the next morning. We explored Istanbul, which is an extremely vibrant and modern city. Once known as Constantinople, it is the bridge between Europe and Asia. It's one of only 5 cities that sits between 2 continents. Unfortunately, I didn't get too many photos or videos of the day we spent there. This was the end of our adventure in Turkey. Back to London we flew, spent the night there, and headed back home the following morning. In conclusion, I'm glad that we had the opportunity to experience Turkey. From its food, its people, and its culture, it will be a place we will be sure to revisit in the future. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next adventure.